Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Kingpin Build-A-Figure wave of Spider-Man Marvel Legends, a Silver Sable figure, which is a figure that is surprisingly appealing because it's shiny. And does some things pretty well, some things not so much. There's actually a few things to talk about in this, some that are a little bit meta, so get ready to put on your thinking caps. No, it's not. We're not going to get deep at all. We're going to talk about boobs and butts. And so let's go ahead and get this figure off the stand and take a closer look. This figure stands just about 6 3/8 inches tall, which makes it just about 16.5 centimeters, maybe 16.25, something like that. And this figure is shiny. The molded plastic is this really cool kind of not quite metallic, not quite pearly, bluish, silverish gray, and I love it. And then we have this other grayish part. I can't tell. No, it's molded in the gray. Painted blue? I can't tell. It's molded in the blue. It's molded in the gray. I don't know. It seems to be molded in 2 tones. Did they do that? There's no way they did that. I can't tell. I cannot tell what this mold is, if it's molded in blue or molded in gray or both. I guess I would have to try to scratch the paint, which I would rather not do, but as I'm looking like into the internal parts of the joints, it seems to match whatever the color is. So like the ankles are gray on the inside, and so are the knees being blue. I don't know what they did. This is clearly painted. The chest silver and the arm silver and the head, that's all painted. The gloves appear to be molded. All these pieces are molded. The feet are molded. I don't know what happened down here at the shins. It's almost like they did a dual molding because this doesn't look like paint and this doesn't either. If I had to guess, if I had to wager, I'd say the upper part of the lower leg is painted blue and I just can't find the blue on the inside, or I mean the gray on the inside. Either way, you don't care about, I don't know why I wasted my time talking about that. You don't care. It looks great. Either way, it looks fantastic. This shiny, silvery, bluish, and the grayish colors put together, fabulous. The silver on the chest and arms, they paint some metallic silver like nobody's business. It is great when they want to do it. It's so metallic and smooth and shiny. I love it. The paint job on this is just nuts. The hair, look at that. It's got that blue shading in there on the white molded hair. Fantastic. The paint job on the face is really clean. Can't really complain about that. The sculpt is a little bit, she almost looks kind of old and kind of like she has a little bit of RBF going on, so the face could be better. And so we bring it down to the other topic at hand. They put her on the teenage figure body that they were using for only teenage figures for a long time. We have these really skinny legs, relatively small build, but then they gave her some giant boobages. Her chesticles are just very large compared to the rest of her body. It's strange. I'm not complaining about those, but it would make more sense if she was actually shaped like a woman everywhere except for only on her boobs. Do with that what you will. I don't want to know. That's your own private time. But as far as the aesthetics on this figure go, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. This shiny metal color that they used, it's just way too shiny and cool. I can't pass up that shiny paint job. I didn't want to like this figure at all, but look how shiny it is. It's too shiny. It's awesome. Okay, as far as accessories go, we have 2 Nerf guns, which we've seen before, and are only okay. They kind of suit the character. They're molded in like a kind of pearly gunmetal-ish type plastic. No real paint on them at all, and so 5 out of 10 for accessories. We have some. They suit her. They're not great. They're not bad. That's about it. Now, as far as the articulation goes, the head is on the ball peg you would expect it to be on. So that's what it is. Let's see how it functions. Leans forward unnaturally. Doesn't really lean back. You can kind of force it, but not really, so not so much there. Basically, you're just going to get your rotation, which is good enough. For long hair, that's all you can really expect, so that's fine. This is a floating harness, doesn't get in the way of anything. Shoulders, don't want to go up any higher than horizontal because the shoulders are kind of bulky. So, I mean, that's fine. I don't care. As long as you can get arms horizontal, that's all I really need. Rotation's fine. No bicep swivel. You do get a swivel down here at the elbow, which bends just shy of 90 degrees. Do the gloves rotate? No. Wrists do. They also have a hinge. Trigger hand on this side, trigger hand on this side. Vertical hinge, horizontal hinge. Doesn't really matter either way. It's fine. For guns, it'll work. Diaphragm joint works really well. That's nice. Floating belt is floating. Hips go pretty much all the way forward, so that's good. They go pretty far back too. As you can see, these little holster thingies or pouches will fall down, so be aware of that. Bringing the legs out to the side, only about 45 degrees. Not the best design, but it's enough. That's fine. I think that's okay for this character, so that's all right. Did we do thigh swivel? I don't know if we did. I don't think so. It's very stiff, but it is there. Double jointed knees work no problem. Ankle hinge goes all the way back. We've seen this one a million times, and it doesn't go very far forward. That's unfortunate. It almost doesn't go forward at all. You do get a decent swivel out of it though, so that's good. So the articulation on this figure gets 7 out of 10. Parts of it work really nicely, like the torso and the torso. Yeah, I mean, and everything else is pretty standard. So yeah, it's not impressive, but it's not too bad. So that's okay. Now for the final verdict of the figure. Boy, do I like some parts of this thing a whole lot. I love the aesthetic. The finish is just so nice. Her face does look a little grumpy and old. I don't really care for that. And then her little tiny baby legs on top of her, or connected to her giant gazongas. It's a little strange looking, so I'm gonna give it an overall rating of 7 melons out of 10. We have 7 melons worth of good, 3 melons worth of bad, and 2 melons that are just disproportionate to the rest of the figure. So that'll do it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I have thousands of reviews on the channel and more coming out almost daily, so make sure you keep up with all that good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.